What is going on, guys? Lildogdog here. Today I'm bringing you an up-to-date quest guide for the quest Forgiveness of a Chaos Dwarf. This is how you unlock the Chaos Dwarfs, which are one of the only creatures in-game which drop the Dragon Pickaxe. This is a one-to-one guide that you can follow along as you do the quest. So all you need to do is put this on a second screen and click where I click, choose the chat options I tell you, and we'll get through this quest together. I'd like to remind you that as a Quest Guide channel, it's very hard to be successful on YouTube. So if you could leave a like, subscribe, or comment, it'd be greatly appreciated. All right, that is enough plugging from me. Let's hop into the requirements for this quest. All right, so for starters, the quest requirements for this quest are Forgettable Tale of a Drunken Dwarf, as well as Between a Rock. The skill requirements for this quest are that you have 61 Hunter, 61 Fire Making, and 69 nice strength. These are not boostable, so don't even think about it. As for what you are going to need, as in what you technically need, the bare minimum is 6 free inventory spaces. Maybe 7 or 8 would be a little better, but 6 is the minimum. Probably keep like 10. Now, as for what I would recommend, combat equipment and food to combat a level 70 Chaos Dwarf Hand Cannoneer. The Chaos Dwarf can be a bit hard. If you have Prayer leveled up, so you have Protect from Missiles, it can be very helpful because it does hit very hard if it hits you. I used Magic Style, even though it's the worst, because I like magic. I just like it. So use whatever you want, but the Chaos Dwarf hits pretty hard, so come prepared. Alright, so to start the quest, you're going to want to go west of the bank to the Blackguard HQ and talk to Commander Veldaban. To get to Keldagrim, if you can't remember, you're going to want to go to the Grand Exchange and use this trapdoor located in the northwest Grand Exchange. Alright, so when you're in the Blackguard HQ, to start the quest, you're going to want to talk to Commander Veldaban. Choose the third chat option, do you have a quest for me? He's going to tell you, well, in fact, I do. And then you're going to accept the quest. Seems simple enough, right? After you accept the quest, he's like, alright, nobody wants to help me figure out why people are going missing because they're poor. He'd be like, do you think the red X is behind it? Which is the second chat option. He's like, I don't know, probably. That seems like something they would do. And then a black guard pops in. It's like, hey, the Chaos Dwarves are attacking the town. We should probably go help. So, a cutscene ensues where the forces are assembled. I close out of Alt-1 because I realized I still had it open. And you guys get teleported over to the, technically, just the south side? It's the west side of the river, but on the south end. Over by the giant dwarf. Alright, so once you're teleported, they're going to be like, yeah, there's a Chaos Dwarf up on top of this tower here. You should probably go figure it out, take care of it. Choose the fourth chat option. I'll deal with the Chaos Dwarf. Other chat options are available, however, will not end the dialogue. And then follow that with the first chat option, I am ready. If you're ready, choose I'm ready. If you're not ready, don't say you're ready, because you're lying. So you're going to go north once Veldaban enters. And climb all the way to the top of the tower. Now, at the top of the tower is that Chaos Dwarf I warned you about in the requirements. You fight the Chaos Dwarf, kill it, which is very easy for me, but it might not be as easy for you. And it's going to drop a mysterious slip. Loot the mysterious slip. It's going to say something about, I forgive you, and then talk to Commander Veldaban. Choose the third chat option, the Chaos Dwarf dropped a piece of paper. And he's going to tell you it's a Grand Exchange order slip. He's not sure why there's writing on it, but that maybe you should go to the Grand Exchange and figure out what it's for. So choose the first chat option. I'll take the slip to the Grand Exchange now. And Commander Veldaban will be like, cool, I don't have to do it then. All right, so now, believe it or not, we're going to go to the Grand Exchange. Other Grand Exchanges are available, however, will not work. Make sure you go to the Varrock Grand Exchange. So, there are other ways to get to Varrock that are much faster, especially to the Grand Exchange. However, I use home teleports, so we are going to home teleport to Varrock. Sorry for the instant teleport, I forgot to turn it off. You can pause here if you need to while you wait to teleport. So from the lodestone, to get to Varrock, you just run north. And if at this point in the game where you're doing this quest, you don't know how to get to the Grand Exchange from the lodestone, I don't know how to help you. So once you enter the Grand Exchange, you're going to want to right click on a clerk and choose the Talk To option. And then follow that up with the fifth chat option. I have this Dwarven order slip. The Grand Exchange clerk will fill your order and provide you with the items designated on the slip. And now we're going to go back to Keldagrim via the cart system in the northwest portion of the Grand Exchange. Now, when you get to this cart system, there is a right-click option to travel to Keldagrim. That is a quick travel. That saves you a couple dialogue options. And once you get off the cart, you're going to want to go back to the Blackguard HQ. Now, there are two ways to get across the river. You can go through the building, climbing the stairs, and going up and down ladders, or you can just run across the river. That's what I chose to do. Less clicks, kind of lazy. Might have been faster to go through the building, but not enough to make me click more. So once you get back to the Blackguard HQ, you're going to want to enter, and then talk to Lieutenant Bray, who can be found walking around inside. Choose the first chat option, where is Commander Veldaban? And she's going to be like, oh, he's getting drunk, just getting lit somewhere. That somewhere is on the east side of Keldagrim, at the brewery. So now we need to run to East Keldagrim, to the Laughing Miner pub. Once again, you can cross the bridge, or you can go through the building that spans over the river. But we already know my reasons why I run over the bridge. So you're going to want to enter the Laughing Miner pub, and then talk to Commander Veldaban, who is seated in the northwest corner of the pub. If you do not see him sitting there, log out and log back in, which is what I had to do. So this is going to start a dialogue, and you're going to want to start with the second chat option. What are you doing here? He's going to say that he's getting drunk because he's upset. Choose the fourth chat option. Do you think the red axe is involved? And he's going to tell you that he needs to be a little more drunk to talk about that. So he's going to tell you he wants a guardsman stout. Go and talk to the barmaid. And then choose the fourth chat option. Commander Veldaban wants a guardsman stout. She's going to ask if he's okay. Choose the first chat option. He's fine. And she's just going to say, well, he's been a little down. And he used to come around with a lady friend, but she hasn't been seen in a while. She'll provide you with a guardsman stout. Go and talk to Commander Veldaban once again. This will re-trigger the cutscene. He'll appreciate you getting him a drink. And then you're going to start with the fourth chat option. I didn't know you had a lady friend. He's going to say, I didn't, and I haven't. Choose the second chat option. What was the Battle of Bear and Deer? He'll tell you about the Battle of Bear and Deer. He said that he had a lady friend back then, but since then he hasn't seen anybody. Once that's done, choose the first chat option. The barmaid said she'd seen you with someone, and he'll explain that that's impossible. Choose the second chat option. Let's talk about something else. And then the first chat option. Are you drunk? First chat option. What are you doing here? Fourth chat option, do you think the red axe is involved? He'll explain who he thinks is involved, why they are involved, and what needs to be done about it. And then the third chat option, do you think the missing persons are connected to the Chaos Dwarfs? Of course they are. They have to be. Who's on the case now? Second chat option. And then the first chat option, why did he take you off the case? Basically, he thought that Veldaban was going a little crazy, so he took him off the case. Lastly, fourth chat option, let's talk about something else. Third chat option, I have the Grand Exchange package. And the fifth chat option, let's talk about something else. And then finally, let's go. I know I said finally earlier. It's because that was the beginning of the last section of dialogue. Sorry, I forgot your hopes up there. This one took a while. All right, so a cutscene's going to ensue where you walk back to the Blackguard HQ. And Commander Veldaban is just wasted. And he wants to talk to his superior officer. So he's going to storm his way upstairs and cause a big old scene where he's talking to the Supreme Commander, and the Supreme Commander is like, nah, the city's run by the rich. We can't upset the rich people. The rich have all the say. And Commander Veldaban is like, no, the poor people deserve equal representation. And eventually tells him to just go sleep it off. So, once you're done with that cutscene, you're going to go back to the tower where you killed the Chaos Dwarf, who forgave you for some reason. Almost like that has to do with the title of the quest. So, we're going to run southeast to the Watchtower. Go through both doors on the tower to make it through to the other side. And then once you're through, you're going to want to open the Grand Exchange package and take all of the items out. If you can't take all of the items out, start with the boot, the bowl, and the rod. Use the boot on the nearby footprints. And then we're going to walk all the way to the area circled, I guess squared, in red on the map. This is to the south and then to the west across the bridge. You're following the footprints, but I get to tell you where exactly to go. Once you make it across the bridge, you're going to want to stop by the small fire pit and then use the bowl in your inventory, or which was in the box, on the fire pit. This will put the fire out and reveal a small hole at the bottom of the fire pit. Now you're going to want to use the rod on the fire pit, and then click on the rod within the fire pit to turn it, which will open a tunnel in the wall just to the west. Now you're going to want to enter the tunnel, which just opened. This will put you into a room. By the way, this is the room where the Chaos Dwarfs will spawn after completion of the quest. And you're just going to want to go through the doorway located on the opposite wall to the west. Now you're going to be put into this room with what is obviously a puzzle. And just to start out, you're going to want to click on the train cart to ride in it. PSA, you must have your hands free. You can put items back in the box if you do not have free space in your inventory. So once you ride in the train cart, it's going to take you to this first junction. You're going to realize you don't know what to do from here, and it's going to send you right back. Now we're going to want to go back through the tunnel to the east and choose the second chat option to return to Keldagrim. This will put you right outside the Blackguard HQ. Walk inside and talk to Commander Veldaban. Choose the third chat option. I found a secret door in the mines. And then the first chat option, 1, let's go. He's going to follow you now, and you're going to have to walk all the way back to the tunnel. This is to the southeast from the Blackguard HQ, through the watchtower, south to the river, west across the bridge, through the tunnel, and then through the following door. Commander Veldaban does have a tendency to get stuck, so if you lose him, just run back, get him unstuck, and proceed forward. Alright, so now you're back in the puzzle room, and you have a helper, Commander Veldaban. He's going to ask you some things. Choose the third chat option. Let's get on with the job. So to start this puzzle, you're going to want to try and control the Dwarven machinery located north of the train cart. Commander Veldaban will suggest that maybe he do this because he's familiar with this, and then choose the third chat option. You take the stones and man the board. I'll ride the cart. If you do not get this chat option, you need to remove the green and yellow stones from the Grand Exchange package. Ride the train cart. Make sure that you have your hands empty, so no weapons. And the first chat option you want to select is yellow. At the next junction, the correct option will be green, followed by yellow. At this junction, you're going to want to choose the first chat option for green, followed by green once again, and then following every chat option is yellow. So choose yellow from here on out. As stated, choose yellow, then yellow again, and lastly, choose yellow. Now, what this will do is it will place you across the bridge from Veldaban, and you need to lower the bridge so that Veldaban can cross the gap. So once you get out of the rail cart, pull the bridge lever, and now Veldaban joins you. Now, just to the south of where you arrived on your train cart, there's going to be a prison. Open the prison door and talk to Folia. Choose the fourth chat option. You should get back to Keldagrim now. And she's going to ask you to save her husband. Commander Veldaban is going to say, we will save her. And then choose the first chat option. You told the prisoner we'd look for Hilda. He'll start to remember some things about how he's been there. And then run to the door to the south. There are going to be two switches here for you to turn. You can turn either switch, and Commander Veldaban will turn the other, which opens the door. Once the door is open, you're going to want to enter. And a cutscene will ensue, which is essentially someone who had been kidnapped from Keldagrim being transformed into a Chaos Dwarf. Choose the first chat option. We've got to rescue him. They do some evil things that Chaos Dwarves would do, like turn him into a Chaos Dwarf against his will, kidnap him, those types of things. Like, look at that machinery. It just looks evil. He just walks in on his own. Oh, he was they put a spell on him. That's right. Yeah. Once he makes his way through the machinery here and is transformed into a Chaos Dwarf by these gnomes, which are just the worst people. Like, they do the worst things with their inventions. Boom, there's a Chaos Dwarf. Commander Veldaban shouts, yells at them, because he's overcome with emotion, and you're going to want to enter the room Veldaban entered just to the west. Once inside the room, talk to Commander Veldaban, and choose the second chat option, why did you shout that? He's going to explain that he was overcome with emotion. He remembers that he's been here before, and that Hilda, I can't remember her name, he was here with her, and that she was transformed into a Chaos Dwarf. He explains that he believes it was her who we killed earlier, who was the hand cannoneer, and that is why the slip said, I forgive you. The colonels and bad people essentially laugh at you and tell you you're stupid and that she's dead. Ha 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 ha. Commander Veldaban's really upset. Choose the third chat option. That wasn't Hilda. Hilda was gone by then. He's like, you're right, which was surprisingly very easily. He was very easily convinced. So, just seemed a bit easy in my opinion. And then followed up with the fourth chat option. There are still some things in the package. Inside the package that you need at this point are a metal rectangle and a turn screw. You can put everything else back in the package if you're running low on inventory space and retrieve the metal rectangle and the turn screw. You're going to want to use the metal rectangle on the sorting machine located on the west side of the room, and it's going to jam the machine. Once you've done that, use the turn screw on the sorting machine, and this is going to release the sorting machine from the wall and allow you to escape through a hole in the wall. Squeeze through the hole in the wall, and then ride in the train cart once Veldaban exits with you. This is going to take you right back to where the bridge crossing is. And when Veldaban gets back across, you're going to be teleported to the consortium. He's going to explain what happened, what they saw, and they're going to be like, well, what do you want us to do about it? There's a whole lot of storyline that takes place at the end here. I clicked through it as fast as I could read. But essentially, when the cutscene here ends, that's quest complete. Congratulations on completing the quest. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Join my friends chat if you want to be friends. I don't have any of those. Subscribe. Check out my other videos. I have my Twitch there even though I don't use it. Yeah, appreciate you. Bye.